9-2 Foundation Limited, 9-2 Foundation Holding, however you want to look at it, there is breaking news going on right here. The whole show has just gone 180. I'm here with a full panel. We was talking doom and gloom transfers, but now everything has spun on its head and we're talking positive news regarding the ownership of Manchester United. Yes, people, here we go. Is the thumbnail, the title. It's the biggest sign yet that something significant is happening in this saga that's gone on for 7 months. I'm just glad I've got some people here to actually talk about it with me because it is exciting. I'm glad we've got Beth, Faz and Ginger's in the house again, mate. If ever there was a United shout right now, it's if we had new owners coming in. I've got to start with you, mate, on this one. Obviously, we've all had our say, plenty of shows. Right now, we're hearing that Manchester United... well, not completely there, but this is the biggest sign that we are close to having new owners and the Glazers are gone. The Qataris look like they've made the next step.
Give Ten Hag the chequebook, that's what I say. Soccer Mbappe, Neymar, anyone he wants, give it him. Chelsea don't want 40 mil, give him 100 mil. Do you know what I mean? Just get the players Ten Hag wants in now and let's get this season won by December.
That's any better, really. Positive straight away. Honestly, guys, it was literally a doom and gloom. We're missing out on this target, we're missing out on that target. Beth, we spoke about it before. Looking at Rabiot as a make way for Mount, that's our new midfield coming in. Obviously, financial fair play comes in, but just to hear that news that this is so close now, it's like officially, it's almost official with that statement, with that coming out on Company House. It's a big statement. They can only be trading as that in England for Manchester United. That's what they call this. Just tell me the excitement levels.
Well, it's just, I remember we were sat over there literally 20 minutes ago saying, we're not even going to get Kim Min-jae, this much. I was like, we're only going to get Højlund, Rashford's going to be starting up front for us. This transfer window is so turbulent, but that news, honestly, is made my month. Can't even say it's made my day, made my week, made my month, because that right there, and obviously, I'm not someone to be trusted, this is just my opinion, but as the 9-2 Foundation, which is what they're using to deal with Manchester United, in the UK, the fact they've registered that company, you might as well just tweet out, Fabrizio might as well get his Twitter out and tweet out, here we go. There's no other reason why at this point in time, when it's really crucial, that we've been told we're going to hear news. Anytime you've got Rio Ferdinand doing videos saying, I've been told that Qatar's imminent, and you've got all the media near enough, not wanting to say it because, nobody knows exactly, but everyone feeling super confident that the Qatar 9-2 Foundation is going to win this race. To register a company under that foundation with Sheikh Jassim as the head of it, everything just looks like it's falling into place. And honestly, it's only a matter of time before we get the official, I think. It can't be anything else.
Officially there in the statement, the 15th of June. Today's date, Faz. This has all happened while we were just talking general football stuff, hoping, like Beth said, that this was going to be the week when we heard something. The journalists have been talking. Ferdinand has pulled off the biggest one ever there. I don't know if that's a pure luck, but my God, he is just living on that right now. As a fan, mate, and all the talking we've been doing, just give me your sort of emotional feeling right now. It's been a bit of a traumatic week for yourself, mate. How is this? Has it perked up a little bit hearing this news?
Firstly, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kaifa hal? They didn't believe in us, but Sheikh Jassim did. Oh, mate, this is amazing. I know I've had a bit of a crap week, but this is the final kind of thing that we needed to see to understand that yes, they are serious. They're coming, and this is it. This is basically the time. I know we're gonna say, oh, let's get all the players in and whatever, but still a bit has to settle in terms of they have to come in, they have to get the paperwork sorted. It might not be that we get the major signings this particular window as well. It might be that the next window, but it's all going into the right direction. This is what everybody wanted. This is what the club deserves more than want. This is what we deserve. And we can finally look forward to the future. I'm hoping that it gets wrapped up quick so that the likes of these Chelseas and Napolis and everyone can understand that we're not mugs anymore. We're not going to be looked at like mugs in the transfer market anymore, And on top of that, we want to look forward to finally taking out those Glazer out banners. It's enough of them Glazer out banners. Let's have some positive banners. Let's have some uplifting banners in the stadium. And let's please recommend any Arabic Qatari songs, because that's all I'm playing through my headphones for the next next 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm just excited. But like I say, official announcement and everything, then that'll be it.
I'm not going to lie, Adam, I'm already thinking about, you know, because the
Stop
Glazers are gone, I can buy the kit.
it.
I can buy the kit even though I've bought it last anyway. Even though I've bought it before. But the kit, I'm just thinking about it. The new kit, I'm seeing Mbappe 7 written on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
I'm going to put a realistic slant on everything after that, but we have got some excitement in the chat. Almost 10, well, pretty much 10,000 people in with us here right now already. A few super chats. Heart of United. I'm back for Ginge United. So glad he's back. Big up the team. Amazing work. Another super chat in. This is all on Faz. Doom and gloom, and then our hero host United stand and it's Qatar in. Donate this to his man. Hope you're doing well, Faz. Big up to Faz there. A bit of support for you there as well, mate. Does this mean it's done? That's another super chat. Cheers from Sultan. I mean, let's break it down. When someone registers as trading in this country, it's with Company House. It is official. We checked it. We've made sure his name's on it, Beth. You looked that up as well a minute ago. Everything leads down this road. All we're waiting for is some of the journalists and some of the big cheese journalists to just come out and just say, yeah, look at this. This is actually happening. I think everyone's just double checking and checking at the moment. But from what we've looked at, Beth, it looks pretty legit.
Yeah, it does. You're waiting for the Mike Keegans, who's been brilliant on this transfer window, the David Ornsteins, the Fritz Romanos. Obviously, I might be missing out some names, the Ben Jacobs, who we had on here. Like, you're waiting for the top tier journalists that have been really in on this takeover kind of saga to come out with some really good news. And obviously, we're getting excited, but, you know, we talk about signings, financial fair play, no matter with Qatar's here or not, it comes into regulation. But it's just, this summer, whether Qatar's here or not, or whether it would be Sir Ratcliffe, there's not a huge budget, like a massive one, just because of the financial regulations that we are under. But it's for the future of this football club. Like Jin said before, like in future transfer windows, in stadium investments, everything that comes with it, all the refurbishments that comes with it, and the way that you run the club, it's super exciting. But yeah, we've checked it on Company House. It is there. They have registered a company to trade it under. What else possibly would they be trading under in the UK than Manchester United at this crucial time? I'm just waiting for a journalist to hop onto it, and whoever gets there first, they're gonna get a lot of clicks. So let's go while we're in the show.
We'll find out. A few people put in Rio Ferdinand tier 1. Tony Martial with the super chat, not the Tony Martial, spelt differently. Sorry, Ginge. Is it possible that the Qataris have to do it in case they will get the club? Maybe still no decision. Hope I'm wrong on this one. You have to obviously question it, and we will bring you definites as we get them. We're looking at what has broken officially. That is there. That's a fact. Obviously, we will, when it is officially announced by the club and everything else down them lines, we will bring that to you as well. But we're just reporting on the breaking news that has come through this afternoon. So, I mean, Ginge, it's not an open checkbook. I suppose we can start looking to a brighter future, but obviously, them people at UEFA, financial fair play, going to hamper us a little bit still first this summer.
Yeah.
But most of all, what does it mean to you having no debt and actually being able to look forward at a brighter future at Manchester United?
It just means that the sky's the limit now, and we can. It's not only about buying the players in; it's about upgrading what we've got, upgrading the facilities. You know, United for the past 5 years have been working at Pure Gym. We're now at David Lloyd. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be totally different. We're going to see such a different in physicality. I mean, Ronaldo said it with his interview. Some of the things that when he turned up back, they were still the same from when he left. We can just revamp the training. We can just have a totally different look on Manchester United now, and it's going to be brilliant.
Like I said, we will bring you news of journalists talking about this. Our friend Ben Jacobs, he's been on the show, he's been on many spaces with him. He's dampening it down a little bit. He's just telling us to steady on, so I'm just going to read out what he's just tweeted out. Important to note, despite the excitement, that the paperwork for 92 UK Holdings Limited was sent to the company's house months ago. A lot of people getting excited about the date of incorporation, 15th of June, but this was initiated long before Qatari's last 2 offers. So that's from Ben.
Why is it just getting confirmed now then, Ben? I'm joking. Ben knows what he's talking about.
Don't be a spoil sport, Ben. Don't be a spoil sport. But I mean, to be honest, we was talking, and there has been a lot of talk for us regarding the Qataris this week that the bid, they have been favourites. Obviously, Tier 1 Rio Ferdinand has been having his say, but this is just another little bit on top of this. I mean, they don't have to necessarily put it out at this date, do they? Why has it come out at this date? I mean, I don't know enough behind the scenes stuff on this, but it's there for everyone to see. In the week that we think something is going to happen, this comes out.
You know, first thing you have to understand is if the Qataris don't win the bid to win Manchester United, to buy Manchester United, they might be already thinking, well, we want to set up a company anyways because we want to buy a different club. And I don't want to pop everybody's party bubble, but it could be that as well. Yeah. It could be. Or it could be...
The thingy is in the name there, isn't it? 9-2 Foundation.
Yeah, it could be that this is something that they need to do to be able to be considered in the final decision. You know, to have everything paperwork-wise ready. Or
Ben just said with the obviously the paperwork and everything coming through, it has to be done because they both are at the final stages. So as soon as the green light goes ahead, it can get wrapped up quickly, which is good for us.
Would they want to trade with any other club under the name 9-2 Foundation?
I don't. That's another thing. I don't think so. You look at, you know, it's like you put your Sherlock Holmes on and you think, well, hold on a second. They went back and forth with the bidding. They had Jim Ratcliffe's bid, but they held him off. They asked, is it Al Khalifi, if that's how you pronounce his name, to come in and you know, be the middleman between Al Thani and the Glazers. It's a lot of things that kind of point towards that the Glazers wanted to have more money from Al Thani. Yeah. And maybe, you know, just a week and a half ago when the reports came out that Sheikh Jassim has said enough is enough. This is all you're getting. You know, stop trying to pull back and forth, because after that the report came out is the Glazers were speaking to the PSG personnel who's in relationship with Al Thani in the same kind of company to go and bring more money. And, you know, the report came out that Sheikh Jassim said no more. That's enough. He's probably fed up as well. And now the Glazers are saying, well, you know what? Okay, this is it. We'll accept it. Go and do the due diligence and get the paperwork done. It's one or the other. That's one thing we know. It's either Sir Jim or the Sheikh Jassim. And I've said it from day dot. I said that the Glazer family will become beyond wealthy from this sale. They are not billionaires. Manchester United is their biggest asset. That's all it is. Manchester United is the multi-billion pound asset. They don't have an asset this colossal. So if they sell this, considering, what was it, 300 million or something that they used to some leverage.
Tampa Buccaneers, it must be worth quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's not as big. It's not as big as Manchester United. It's not 6 billion worth, anyways. And to think all the other partners and the Glazer family, the amount of money they could pull out from the amount of money that they put in, which is zero, nothing. They've instead taken dividends. They'll secure their great grandkids' lives forever. It doesn't make any sense not to go with Jim Ratcliffe. It makes sense to go with Al Thani. So I think this is it. Look, it's been going on for months. They wanted to squeeze out every penny, and they have, and they know they need to sell. I said it. They'll be tired to go and take on the next project. It's tiring alone trying to send Woodward to buy players, trying to send Arnold and Murtaugh to get Frankie de Jong. This is it. I actually think this is it, and the Qataris will come in. If they don't, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Stock price is over $24 now. Super chat's coming in to here. I love you, Gins. United. I'm going to end up being horse saying that. I don't know where their funds is coming from. Radcliffe knows the United way. It's best we get him in. Stay focused, that one's from. Must be another supporter of another club. Stock price is going up right now. Everyone's reported on the stock price. We all turned into brokers, didn't we, all of a sudden when this was going down?
I honestly feel like a Wall Street expert. I could walk in there now and get a job.
Throw the Norwich scarves away, guys. We don't need them anymore. Super chat from Tony Marshall again. Second one. Tony's got that pay rise bonus for finishing the Champions League, hasn't he? Let's get the Reds. Let's get the Reds back to the top. That's Tommy Kidd again with a super chat. So there's quite a lot of them. I am going to get through all of them. I've lost my ring at the top, but there's one here for Faz. Faz, here's my support for you. I am not 90%, but I'm 99% club. Love you guys. Cheers for that, mate. Big up to Faz again. Jimmy Garner. Well, there's plenty of ex-United current United players. Let's say that, Tony. Sorry, I was jumping the gun there a little bit, but I registered a holding company to buy an existing company in Jan, and it took days, not months. It's a very straightforward process. Someone who's looking into it in depth again there. That's what I was asking before in terms of like, why has it been announced now? How long if it was done months ago,
Yeah.
it doesn't take that long to register a company, as far as I knew.
Sometimes, and obviously I'm not saying this is what happened, but sometimes, you know, certain companies or, you know, groups will leak out the information that they want to go out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Someone might have said now, no, this was done months ago, and they've fed that to Ben to put out there. But, you know, that's probably the information they want there, so you don't know what actually, you know.
But that's it. One thing it does do is show the commitment from Sheikh Jassim. That's what it is. Everything he's done the right way. He's put everything in place, ready to go. And someone sent me a message earlier on today, and it's probably quite to the point. It's like, could this already been done behind the scenes? Have they done something due diligence and then make an announcement as a definite, or should all these broadcasters start saying this is done and then it all falls down? Which way is right? I mean, this could all be going on behind the scenes. We don't know. The checks could be already underway, because I've heard nothing from Sir Jim Radcliffe's group, or I haven't seen anything for a while.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Where is Sir Jim Radcliffe, by the way?
Yeah.
Where is him waving in the cameras? Because for the past, 4 weeks or whatever, all of this Qatar this, Qatar that, Al Khalifa this, Al Khalifa that. So where is Jim Ratcliffe? Because he loves a bit of media wave and a bit of chit chat.
I think he needs it more.
Where is he?
He needs it more.
If he was so confident and that his foundation Ineos is going to win, if he was so adamant and felt secure, how come nothing has come out at all? And let's not forget, the media was actually pumping out Ineos prop all this time, but all of a sudden they've gone quiet on when it comes to Ineos. So I'm very much intrigued to see what happens in the next 48 to 72 hours.
That is it. That's what's. I mean, Ginge. It's like everyone's glued. They're waiting for that little 100%. Sky Sports yellow banner to come up at the bottom. Everyone's fixated on Twitter. I mean, Elon Musk is loving this right now. United are holding it up, aren't they, right now? But ultimately, it's just brought that optimism back in. It just feels like I can see it in the chat right now, and I could read through thousands of messages that are going through. It is basically people just getting excited about what potential we've got now going forward, and what we could do in the transfer market, what we could do for our women's under-21s team, a campus possibly being built, what United should have to be at the top. We've just seen Jude Bellingham go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
The setup, this is the level, I think.
Yeah, we need to be on par with Real Madrid, I think. I've always had this thing of United are the biggest club in the world, and it comes into Real Madrid, and then obviously there's Barcelona as well, maybe. But United should be on par with Real Madrid. We should be going for Bellingham as well. We should be going for these players, because we are arguably just as big as Madrid, if not bigger. You know, it's one of them. And at the minute, obviously everyone's going to be like a little kid looking at a TV at the minute. There's that much going on. Everyone's excited. Everyone's brain's going elsewhere. But don't count your chickens till your eggs have hatched is also what I'm going to say, because you don't want to be like Arsenal in the league, do you? Lead it till the top, and at the very last moment bottle it, and then it falls through.
That's
so just,
it. No,
chill.
that's exactly it. That's it. The Rat is looking for his next con job elsewhere. This is a full-on dig job there, that one, isn't it? 92 Foundation. 92 Foundation could do their registration if they were indeed out. Hopefully Avram can now afford a haircut / facial. Everyone's on form today.
The chat doesn't let you down, does it?
No, but it's like there what Andrew says, Beth. It's like the 92 Foundation could have pulled their registration at any time. It's still there.
The amount of times I've sat there and just not been able to keep a straight face for so long because I'm looking at the chat. But no, yeah, they could have done. And honestly, there's not really much else I can say apart from the fact I do think this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I've honestly, everyone's been saying it for weeks, but I've been thinking it for a while now. Like you said, I don't want to just keep repeating the same thing. If they just wanted that stake, if they wanted to keep a stake in the club, they would have done it ages ago. Why would they have kept the Qatar group there? They've kept them there to get as much as they can get, and now this is registrations coming through. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But everyone stay calm, but it's gonna happen.
That's it. And again, I mean, just super chats flying in right now. Glazer out in with a big one. Cheers for that. Clear the debt, get Glazer Airways sponsor, and watch that transfer budget rise. Mbappe me up. It's going for you there, Beth. What I mean, Manchester United do not have an airline sponsor. We obviously know what happened with Aeroflot and the issues there. But in terms of finding revenue streams, we know our noisy neighbours down the road have done some, let's just say, underhand tactic
Allegedly.
working. Allegedly. I mean, when you don't challenge 30 million's worth of fines, there's clearly something going on, isn't there? Yeah. And obviously 115 charges and all of that. But that's the worry, isn't it? It's like, do we want to fast track this very quickly and make a mistake and trip ourselves up, Faz? Or can United just be self-sufficient? Surely we can just be Man United now, can't we?
Yeah, I remember when we had reports come out that certain sponsors didn't want to sponsor us.
That might change.
Well, don't be WhatsApping me now. I'ma leave you on red. You thought you could play with me? I'm sure now Qatar Airways and all of these other big brands will be coming in trying to secure a sponsorship with Manchester United. And yesterday's price is not today's price. That's all I can say. Look, you see the share price going up. There's someone behind the scenes who's very, very, very happy and rubbing their hands, and it could be the Glazers and it could be some other people as well. But this is the time to think, you know what, for the future of this club. Yes, transfers is important and everything, but just how bright, we can feel going into Old Trafford. Every single game we've had to wear green and gold and banners. I was just saying that, right?
Stand up.
Yeah. All of these chants and songs and etc. I'm probably gonna sing this even when they leave, just to rub it in a bit more. But the fact is, we can go to our home feeling like it's ours, and that's the most important thing. The fans can have sunshine finally above them instead of grey clouds for so many decades.
That's it. Super chat in from Sunset. It's not done, guys. Companies are registered all the time. Draft legal docs need a company. The docs and company can be binned if the Jim Radcliffe wins. Happens in M&A. Next one. Glazers are broke. Leveraged so much debt in the past years that they don't have the cash to back it up. Look into the NFL team. They're in a worse shape than United. It was always Qatar. Jim was the decoy for the pound sign. Well, that's it, isn't it? The Glazers know what they're doing when it comes to making a purchase, a deal. They can't run a sport franchise, clearly, James, can they? It's shown. Like I said, that safety net of the NFL, the draft, everything that comes with it, the sponsorships, the branding that comes with it, the money that stays there, is what they wanted in the Super League and why we were the driving force behind it. I always said it, I thought, and I've asked every journalist who came on here, and they've all pretty much said the same thing. COVID and the Super League failure finished the Glazers as Manchester United owners. Oh. That's what that was the end game. And it's like they're saying now with the Buccaneers, and people in the Super Chat saying they've run them into the ground only for Tom Brady coming in and actually winning them a Super Bowl again single-handedly. Have they managed to do it? But they can't have that in the Premier League, and it's time for them to go. They've actually run out of money.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, they have run out of money, and that's why I think the Qatar's basically their way out in a way. Like you said, Man United's the biggest asset. Like the chat have said, you can go and relax now, get an haircut, get a facial, just chill out and just take the Qatar's money, go away, and let us do our own thing now and start winning things again.
That's it. United are back. Jazim will want to make a statement signing like Mbappe. What a time to be a season ticket holder. Also, Beth, check your DMs.
What for? what am I finding in them DMs?
We're getting all sorts of messages today. When it's open season on a big story like this, you get some weirdos. But cheers for the super chat.
It might just be a genuine message.
It might just be giving you some info on what's happening here with the takeover.
Mbappe.
Beth.
Joking.
I mean, does this open the door for the future?
Can I speak about Mbappe for a sec? I just do want to speak about it because obviously I'm not. Actually, no, I have been delusional before on this channel. I have been, but no.
More than once.
Could say that.
More than once.
No, but I'm genuinely being serious here. I don't think it's out of the realm to say. I do think if Mbappe's going anywhere, I think he will go to Real Madrid. Like I do. Of course, I want Mbappe. I think he's the best player in the world. No, he's the best player in Europe. Messi's still kind of. He's gone to Inter Miami, but Mbappe is the best young player. The potential is just ridiculous. I think he's better than Haaland. I do, as a player. And I think there's a 10% chance. I think the rest is Real Madrid. But I think if Qatar do win this race, apparently PSG would let him go this summer for 150 million. When you're looking at the price range of players, like that is an absolute steal for what you're getting with Mbappe. You'd be able to sell him on for more than that, or if not the same price eventually. He's only 24 years old. Qatar, what would they want to do to prove to like the rest of Europe and everybody else that, and impress the fans that they are serious and they want a big, bold statement signing? I don't think it's completely out of this world. So would I think it's going to happen? No, but do I think there is a possibility?
The only thing hampering that happens is financial fair play, and that being our whole budget for the summer.
Well, that's just, I'd take Mbappe over a striker, and people won't agree with me, but I would.
You take Mbappe, and then
we can spend.
You take Mbappe. We have to sell. We know this. I mean, I had Jamie Jackson on from The Guardian yesterday, and on Tuesday, and he was saying it doesn't matter who comes in, whoever the owners is, United are still hampered by financial fair play. We need to offload players. It's as simple as that. We need to balance the books because everything is changing. It's the second year of the new rules. The new agent rules are coming in as well in October. There's a lot of change and possible caps coming in different areas as well. So expect over the next few years that major money signings might not be the way forward. You have to actually sell your club and the project. It may actually come down to football matters rather than money, which is the way we want it to go. Trust United to get loads of money all of a sudden when that kicks in. It's just our luck, really. But if we were going to buy anyone big or over 100 million and break our transfer record, we have to sign. We have to sell players.
Sell it everyone who's not contributing.
Actually, Faz, and what Beth just said there, just to quickly bring you in on that, is that the difference? A new structure. I'll buy you out. You're gone. You're gone. There's someone upstairs who's going to say, sorry, Harry Maguire, don't care if you're club captain. Sorry, a certain player like Tony Martial, don't care if you've got a song with the fans. We're moving on.
Yeah.
This is cutthroat time. Is it like when Pep came in with his team at City? Is it time we approached it that way with the new structure?
You've seen a lot of players who've left Manchester United complain about the board. Don't forget.
Oh, you have, yeah.
So it's not just buy a player, come in. It's because it's not a robot. It's not just you buy an item and it works for you. You've had ex-players complain about how they've been treated by the board. You've had ex-players or current players who kind of have spiraled downwards because of the structure that they've been brought in on the wage structure. It's a lot of mixture of things. If you have a footballing organisation that's run properly, do you see players go to Bayern Munich thinking of money? No, you don't. Bayern Munich haven't won the Champions League this season, have they? Or the last season. But you don't see players go to Bayern Munich for money. Same thing, you don't see players go to Real Madrid for money. They don't go to these clubs for money. They don't. They go to these clubs because they think they're going to win Champions League. They think they're going to win La Liga and etc. And they know that the club comes with heritage and etc. And it's in a good space, right? Barcelona is on another different level. Frankie de Jong, can have his wedding in Camp Nou. Maybe that's why he wants to stay there. But you want to have an organisation where you know what, the board, they're good people, they're footballing people. They will deliver on their promises, because we've had players who've come in who's been promised X, Y, Z by certain managers and it's not been delivered, and then now they're left sour. So I'm not concerned about how much we can spend. I think it was Kieran Maguire who said we can spend 250 million in the transfer budget without sales, but the players will have to come in on a 5-year deal. And what's there to say that the Qataris don't bring in players on those sorts of deal and give them performance-based bonuses and etc. And on top of that as well, there is always a loophole. Always. If a brand new newcomer like Todd Bowley can find a loophole, I'm sure the Qataris can find many loopholes. And that's why rules are there, because you try and bend and fold them and try and bring the players in like you want. They will figure a way out to bring in the big name players. I'm sure of that. And on top of that, when you have money, you don't need to go and get a Wout Weghorst, with no disrespect. You don't need to keep Martial in the organisation. You don't, because you can be ruthless. If the organisation was run properly, you wouldn't be seeing Harry Maguire in this club this season. You wouldn't have. He would have been gone after the first season. Martial would have been gone after 2-3 years. That's how a real organisation is run. You wouldn't have Eric Bailly saying the gaffer was picking favourites when it came to the back line and I didn't get minutes. You wouldn't have these type of reports coming in. And Rojo as well. You wouldn't have us complaining about David De Gea and Butland and etc. because you would have had the next gen keeper already here. Well, so that's the most important thing is how the club is run, and you're almost kind of prepared 2 years ahead.
You can criticise the Real Madrid president all you want, and I know he's had criticisms, but what they aim to do there is exactly what you'd want as a fan of a football club. Like the way they have gone from the best midfield in the world and then completely revamped it with the best now young midfield in the world. It's
Gradually
crazy.
as well, not like they've not done
They've
it.
still got Modric and Kroos there, like, and it's on
ridiculous.
their team now. What they're building with Bellingham, and there's talks of them getting Mbappe. And it is most probably likely to go there. If you had Mbappe into that team, Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Bellingham, Modric. Like, you look at that team, it is absolutely crazy.
I tell you what,
they always do the best for their football.
I honestly feel like I'm watching Angry Ginge right now on one of his shows with that players that you bring in. It's like playing FIFA, this, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's mental to do. It's reality.
That's what
innit,
you're
though,
aiming
right
for,
now.
though, really.
Loads of super chats coming in. I'm just going to get through some of these. Sorry, guys, just tuned in. What have I missed? That was from Oliver. Pretty much. What have you missed? Well, 92 UK Holdings Limited is now registered with Company House, which is the 92 Foundation. Sheikh Jazim, that is now registered, and what we're reporting and talking about is that next step being made. It's been reported by Ben Jacobs that this was done months ago, but obviously we've talked about it a bit more, and obviously if it wasn't serious, they can take that off Company House. It can be deregistered, so why is it not? But on the 15th, it states there that we are actually now looking, we're getting more news. It comes in. Okay, Mike Keegan's come in with something as well as an update. Here we go. With regards to the 92 UK listing on Company House today, my info is that it is not an indicator of a decision of ownership. It's a standard document which is part of each bidder having everything in place should they be chosen. Yeah, Mike, we know.
We've got, if you rewind to the start of the show, how excited we were, you've got...
No, I'm still excited. All I'm looking at is more commitment and everything being in place from Sheikh Jazim. He's ready to go, basically. And like we've said before, we've not heard anything from Sir Jim Radcliffe in 2 weeks that I can think back now. I honestly don't know where he is, what he's doing. So I'm looking at this as a positive, that it just shows that they are fully committed to coming in, to taking over Manchester United. So that's where we're up to, Oliver. It was a bit long-winded there, but there's a lot happening as we go along here. I'm just going to try and get through these as I can because, yeah, there's loads. And the computer freezes. Stop freezing. Okay, right, I'm back again. Here we go. Clear the deck, get the Qatari Airways. I was on that one. Why have they all disappeared? Right, okay, I'm just going to go through this and just go... Where's it gone?
It's the heat, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just like winging it right now. Shout out from Korea. Definitely feeling Qatari. Big up the United Stand family and also to Faz as well. That's man.
Thank you.
Again, mate, there. I will bring up more super chats as I find them again because I have to scroll all the way through because my laptop's having a bit of a meltdown with it. But yeah, I mean, Qatari's in, Qatari's not in. The spend's going to be the same this summer. We was talking about transfers before this news, and if anything does break again, guys, we will bring you up to date with it. But Beth, we were talking beforehand coming on, before we got a little excited about it being Mason Mount being rejected at 40 million. We knew that was going to be rejected straight out by Chelsea. Why did we go in? Why is it United of old in terms of tactics in the transfer window again? We could be seeing a midfield of Mount and Rabiot next season. Would you be happy with that?
I've got to be honest, I think the 40 mil bid, I don't see a problem with it.
No.
Like, I'd so much rather United go in for 40 mil than just be like, yeah, here we go, let's start at 70. Like, you know, we want to try and get the best price possible, and we're not going to... But right, do you remember, we've overpaid for so many players. You know, we're starting off at 40, it gives you more room for negotiation. They wanted 80 initially, that is ridiculous. I think we'll probably end up meeting in the middle at around 60. And starting higher than that, like, you're giving them more leeway to get you higher. So I don't think that was a bad way to go about things whatsoever. I think everyone would be complaining if you went in too high. Mason Mount, I think I've said before, I know a lot of people don't agree. I think he's underrated. I think he's a good signing. He's 24 years old, he's won a Champions League. Klopp, Arteta, Ten Hag, Tuchel loved him, Poch wanted him to stay. Like, there's a reason why all these top coaches like him. And, you know, who do you want to believe? Top coaches in the game, or, you know, a few people, on Twitter, as Brendan Williams would say. But I think he's a good player. Rabiot, I think he's had a good season. Does them two names, I think, are they going to massively excite the fan base? Probably not, but I do think they're two solid signings. I think both of them, I don't know if they're playing the same team together, but I think it's definitely an upgrade on quality of what we have now, and I think people are going to be very surprised about Mason Mount in this Ten Hag system. There's a reason why he's pushing for him, and he really wants him. I think, I've said before, I don't know if this is controversial, everyone's bigging up the McAllister deal. McAllister's a great player who's won a World Cup. I think 35 million is a steal. But everyone's bigging that up. Yeah, we're going to play a bit more for Mason Mount, but if going into the next season, I genuinely think Mount and McAllister will have similar, if not Mount will have a better season at Manchester United, genuinely. I think he's got that capability, I think he's going to start. And Rabiot, on a free, I have to say it's decent business. I'm still got a few question marks, but when I watched him in the World Cup, I was genuinely impressed.
Decent.
And this season he's had a good season, so it's not the flashy names, but it's who Ten Hag wants at the end of the day, so that's what we've got to go with.
Flashy names haven't worked for us in the past. I found another super chat, by the way.
Found
Good one out.
finally.
Yes, found. Yeah, for our mental health, I hope it's Qatar. I will celebrate like we won the quadruple if we get finally done. Permanently get rid of the Glazers. Yep, I think we all agree on that one. Faz, Beth talking there about managers, pros, bigging up the likes of Mason Mount, one of the greatest in Pirlo, thinks that Rabiot's got talent in abundance and doesn't know his full potential. At his age, on a free transfer, I know he comes with a bit of baggage in terms of his agent mother and things like that, but this is a guy who is a surefire starter in France's team right now. He's had a very, very good season at Juventus, in a turmoil season as well. Let's not forget that for them. A lot going on there. He stood up and been counted. Would you be happy with Rabiot in this team?
Yeah, I will never ever complain about free players. Who doesn't like free items?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Vegas.
Fell into that one.
No, to be fair, I think we paid a loan fee. We paid a loan fee
Did we?
for him.
It's worth every penny as well, I'll take it. I'd take it for another season if I'm honest.
We love the guy, but Rabiot, Faz, I mean, he comes with qualities.
Now I know why people scream United, United. No, look, a decent player who's on free, you shouldn't be saying no to them at all, because you want to be running in a way where you can always have players come in and go out. It's okay for players to leave. Man United fans think if a player signs for Manchester United that he should stay here for the rest of his life. But he doesn't need to. No. Let's be honest, he doesn't need to.
I'm with you on that.
Why is it not okay for us to get Rabiot for a season? And he's not 25 years old, let's be honest, right? He's had a good season. Let's use him for the qualities he's got. And then, thank you very much for your services, see you later. Same thing for the likes of maybe Marcus Thuram, who's free, young, 25 years old. Bring him in, see if you can get 1 or 2 seasons out of him, let him go. It's not breaking the bank. And the most important thing, free players are not difficult to let go. And this is the issue we have with trying to buy in players, and later on, Maguire now doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay here. You have Martial, who's absolutely unsellable. Sevilla don't even want him. So you want to be able, you want to be able to get players in for free, get whatever. And those players don't have, you know, when you buy a player, you almost like have a price tag which attaches him to be able to get minutes. When you get a free player, there is no attachment for minutes because you didn't pay for him. Exactly. It's like, again, no disrespect to Malacia, but he was, compared to some of our signings, almost nothing. He was a steal, right? Absolutely. And it's not like, oh, we paid 15 million, he has to play up to 15 million. I've never heard this sentence. No. But then you hear that with Anthony, we paid 100 million, he needs to perform that level. So with Rabiot, I don't have anything against him. I think he's a good player. Will he take us to the next level? No. But will he be a good option on the bench? Sure, he can be. Why not? For free.
Quick update on everything going on. Share prices have gone up over $27 in the last 30 minutes since this came out.
Kind of
it
feel
is a
Glazerish.
very, very clever business move again from them.
I don't buy shares in this.
Craziness.
It's too late now.
Someone came up to me in the gym the other night and said, I just bought £1,000 worth of shares in United. Sold them instantly. Just made myself a quick buck.
Wow.
It's what people do. It's crazy. Absolutely mental. But yeah, this is what news like this does. It spikes. Rio Ferdinand, like Mark said earlier, spiked up share price. This even more so. I'm pretty certain that's the highest it's been. It must be. Well, anyone who's talking and telling us to read Ben Jacobs and Mike Keegan, already done that. They are updating us on everything that's going on. We're just doing what they're doing right now. We just started talking about it before them, that's all. Just a bit of a big up for the United stand on that one. But yeah, it is an update on what is actually happening. Things are in place, and it just means that if anything is ready to go, it can go straight away. Back to the football again though, Ginge. I mean, the midfield...
Can I say something first? Who on earth does Todd Bowley think he is? Trying to reject 40 million for Mason Mount. I think he, honestly, I love Mason Mount. I think he'll be really good, right? But I think honestly, I think he's played 9 games this season.
I think we came in too late because he relinquished his duties as football director just before we came in for one of the players. So I think we've come up with someone who actually knows what they're doing and getting money. Yeah. We probably would have got him.
Yeah, probably got 35 million, yeah.
We would have got him for 20, wouldn't we? But I mean, Arsenal have dropped out the race for Caicedo, one of your favourites, Ginge. Yep. Now going all in for Declan Rice.
Yeah, got rejected.
80 million bids, rejected for them. So Caicedo is available. Have we got that money that we were talking about then to challenge your mate Todd Bowley's Chelsea? Because they're the ones who are apparently front runners for Caicedo now.
Well, I think Chelsea have obviously got the money. Let's not take the mickey.
Where? How are they getting?
I don't
understand how they've not run out.
They're doing.
I don't understand.
I don't think they've got that much to spend this summer. I don't
We
think
must
they
be
have.
able to do.
And they're
what
still
Chelsea
getting
do.
clunky ready to come.
They've got no European football. Like, no offence, they don't make the turnover nowhere near what United does. So
Yeah,
I just
100%.
don't get why they have that. It can't go on forever, for sure. Anyway, sorry.
I'm not being funny, but I would just break financial fair play if it away from City. We'll just get away with it.
Can you imagine?
I'm not on board with that.
Can you imagine Qataris come in, we break FFP, and they say, oh, you can't buy the new kit, you can't buy kits, like you're banned from selling merch. And all these years I've been buying fake kits. I finally want to buy a real one, and I can't.
That's it. But I mean,
They won't. They're very intelligent.
It's all linked in it in terms of transfers. I mean, no matter what we said it before on this show. No matter who comes in, United are still going to have to wheel and deal. But Mount, Caicedo, Arsenal being out the race for him, Chelsea going for Caicedo, trying to flog players on. Are United going to be able to take advantage of this with the Mount, or do we just say, hang on a minute, if Chelsea want Caicedo and they're way below us?
Yeah.
Do we not want Caicedo?
Exactly, and surely in Caicedo's head, he's going to go to the Champions League side.
Yeah.
It'd make no sense to go to Chelsea.
Advantage there, yeah.
Yeah, plus they're going to... Chelsea, I think, are going to try and get as much out of Mount so they can try and go for Caicedo. But I think even if Chelsea and United, let's just go 60 million for Caicedo each, just for a random number. If it's up to Caicedo to choose which one, if he chooses Chelsea, then, you know, I don't understand what's going on inside his head, to be honest.
Well, he made a post. He has 9 siblings that he has to feed.
Ah, okay.
So
He might have been talking to Mudrick.
This could change though if you think about it. Like, yeah, Arsenal are front runners for Declan Rice right now, and the interest is called off on Caicedo. But City, they sweep in on Rice. Arsenal go back in for
That is
Caicedo.
the news coming out as well. There is going to be
Rice.
a second bidder for Declan Rice is going to be revealed in the next 24 hours to be Manchester City.
Ooh.
Rice to City. I mean, this is it. We're
Then
just
Arsenal go back
talking
and
and
see
getting excited here, Faz, but our rivals are all making moves again and we're falling behind. Will there be anyone left? Because top targets are going. Like the 3 best midfielders, you probably say, performers this season in the Premier League, look like they're all on the move, gone to our rivals. I mean, you can go as far as to saying Bellingham's gone Madrid. We're falling behind in 2 trophies straight away. Champions League, I don't think we can win it. It's too many good teams. The Premier League, Arsenal getting stronger than us, and City will bring Rice in, they'll be stronger, and we're still where we are. We are max 3rd to 5th with this squad right now. We all know that Ten Hag has done as much as he can with his team. How worried are you that we are just falling behind in the transfer market again? And these teams are going to have them players on tour as well and in pre-season, and we can't work on anything. Yeah,
I one of the things I said it last pre-season that I hate. It's like Formula 1 when Lewis is testing out his car. You take the wheels out, you put new wheels in, and you just test what works and what doesn't work. And you want to be able to get the best test runs, and that's what pre-season is for. Pre-season is for getting your players and then going on these test runs. And we always get players in after pre-season starts, and it doesn't benefit the manager, it doesn't benefit the squad, it doesn't benefit anything. So now, if look, one thing we have to realize and accept is we're behind a lot of these teams.
Yep,
we still haven't had the takeover. We haven't let go of at least 4 or 5 players that need to leave. We're loads behind, and to think that we can just get a player in and things will work out, it won't be the case. So it's understandable why City are in for Rice. They have Gundogan, Bernardo, Rodri. They have Stones doing a part as well. And now they're looking for Rice. They have Calvin Phillips in there somewhere lingering about. And they're strengthening. And we need to strengthen to be able to go from 3rd to 2nd. And don't forget, Newcastle will be strengthening as well.
Yeah.
Again, this is no dig at Arsenal, but Arsenal, they're not really, they don't have no pull. They try and go to any kind of transaction and they get told to go back in the queue, right? That's what happened with in the January as well. And what's a more attractive club to go to, Arsenal or Manchester United? Let's be honest.
Well,
the thing that hinders Arsenal.
Rice isn't going.
I know Rice isn't, but in still there's still Caicedo to talk about. There's still other midfielders that we can look into. And look, with the Qataris coming in, what's to say Frankie de Jong doesn't change his mind again? And then he starts.
Now you are in dreamland. There's
Yeah,
more chance
I want to be.
There's more chance of
I want to
than
be.
Frankie de Jong.
I want to be. It doesn't look. Crazier things have happened in football.
Yeah.
They have, and players can change their minds. Loads of things can happen in a space of a month or so. But like I said, the most important thing is accepting that we are not in the same kind of level as Man Cities and Bayerns and Real Madrids. We're not. We still have to think of letting go of Deadwood.
I honestly, if I'm a player, I'd rather go United than Bayern.
Yeah, sure, but you'll have a bit of bias. But
It's going. Sorry, I know that you're going to win the Bundesliga, but it's a complete farmers league.
Yeah,
Genuinely complete
it shouldn't
farmers
even be a
league.
league. It
And
honestly shouldn't.
Watching them in the Champions League this year, I was not impressed at all.
Look,
I'll never forgive
I
him.
still don't think just because Qataris have come in and let's say we have a good window, I don't think we're going to be challenging. Because firstly, I don't trust the medical department in Manchester United. Season in, season out, you've seen players be injured and come back so slow. And when they do come back, they get injured again. There's something going on with the rehab. There's something going on, with the medical department.
Going on. Reuters saying Qatar granted exclusivity. There are a lot of reports going on that Manchester United now negotiating exclusively with Qatar's Sheikh Jassim. All sorts is going on while we're on the show, guys. We're just going to bring you everything. Check Reuters News, Super Chat, cheers. There are loads of Super Chats saying check Reuters News there as well. We're all going on a Qatar holiday. No more Maguire or McTominay too. Players and trophies on a Qatar holiday. I know I'm supposed to sing this long, but my singing voice is crap, but no more worries for me or you. I ain't singing that, no.
Go on, Adam.
Come on.
No, it's Cliff Richard, innit? I'm not doing that.
Why are you blushing for? Go on, give us
That's just a tan, mate. You mentioned it before, but yeah. Excitement at its highest level. It even got me all flustered. This happens, I'm treating myself to M5 BMW.
People want to buy season tickets, he wants to buy an M5.
I am the voice of a generation, not. No, definitely not. But I mean, you look at the targets now and you go, should we try and do something around these loopholes that Faz says, Beth? Try now before all these best players go. Because if we lose a match and Faz says we don't have a good window, we fall out of the Champions League, it doesn't matter who your owner is.
Yeah.
You're back to actually trying to bribe players for money because you haven't got the football to offer them in the Champions League. You ain't got playing at the highest level to offer players to get them through the door. So do we do what we can right now? And is this why when Sheikh Jassim came out with that statement, take it or leave it, I want to get this done as soon as possible so Ten Hag has the best chance in this transfer window. Get the money in, get everything in place as quick as possible so we can get going with transfers, giving him the best chance. He's the only one who's come out and spoke positive about what he wants to do with United so far. Can you see this all linked together? Like, try and do something this summer?
I think they have to. I think they literally have to. I mean, we're back in the Champions League. United never should be out of the Champions League, and we can't afford not to be in it again next year. I mean, that is minimum that I'm wanting. I'm wanting us to, at least, I don't think we'll win the league. I don't think we'll be there in the end, but I think I want to put at least a little bit further of a fight than what we did this year. We bottled out of it around, I think, January time. We were barely even in it, but I want to at least be kind of, touch and go into the title race. We've got to be a bit pushing a little bit more, and I think the only way to do that is sign really, really well. Like, you look at Man City, all they need to do is sign like icing on the cake sort of signings. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at Declan Rice. They're going in for Declan Rice. Where's Declan Rice going to play? They have Rodri, who I think is like the best CDM in the world. So
Most won them a treble.
Casemiro, let's clear that one up.
No, Casemiro is just below.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He
Casemiro's clear.
Casemiro, I love him to bits and he's unbelievable, but Rodri this season was just a little bit ahead.
No.
But, so you've got that, and I just look at that and I think they're getting players, like they've already got like their strike force, like they've got Haaland and Alvarez, they've already got like 5 brilliant centre-backs, they've got everything, and Arsenal are going to be, they're not messing about either, they're going to try and get signings over the line. You've got Newcastle that apparently are going in for Barella. I mean,
60 million is a bargain, absolute bargain.
That is an absolutely wonderful signing. So United need to be on the ball. When this ownership transaction is complete, if it does get complete in the transfer window, we need to arm Erik ten Hag with the most he possibly can do. And it's not just about getting players in, it's about getting players out. And that's the most important thing.
That's it, guys. We are doing a special. We are going to be running for a bit longer in the show because we are getting things sent to us and things are breaking constantly as we go on. Oz in the Super Chat says, Root is officially calling it for Qatar. Can I finally relax now? Because my chest is starting to hurt and my arm are feeling numb. I'm just going to go straight to
Sounds a bit hard,
straight to Rooters on breaking news. Soccer club, this is coming from United obviously. Soccer club Man United is in the final stages of a tense bidding war. List of our columnists debate the merits of offers from a Qatari suitor and the chemicals tycoon in this week's podcast. So they're advertising what they're talking about, and that was from a little bit while back today. But they're what everyone is talking about now. So around this, so this is going to be revolving around the Rain Group, because this is where it's all based from. Exclusivity, Beth, is the word right now. It's moving on to a point where you can see the journalists saying, let's just steady on with this, but there's no smoke without fire. And there is news coming through constantly now over this last hour about things moving forward towards Qatar. So you have to break it down and go, you can't be anything but positive and thinking we're coming to a conclusion here.
Well, it's like when I was speaking to Ben Jacobs, it was a really interesting thing that he spoke about, and it made me like I had some understanding, but I got a really great understanding of how this deal is kind of going to go. And he said it's not necessarily going to be a period of exclusivity because both groups are right at the end. Exclusivity basically means you've won. He said it's going to be a winner or a loser now at this point because they've all gone to the final stage. So to me, Qatar being exclusive is, I'm hearing that as Qatar have won this and they are going to go forward as you know, and apparently it can happen very, very quickly after that because they've both got to the final stages. I don't know how quick
what's happened and what's been done.
Yeah, I don't know how quick you'd need Premier League approval and obviously all the documents to go through, but I expect it to be a relatively smooth process from here on out. If the Glazers have made that decision, they want to get the money in, they want to get the transaction done. So I'm excited for that. I do think it is headed in Qatar's way, like you said, no smoke without fire. And, you know, we've just found our new Tier 1 journalist in Rio Ferdinand, so got to trust him, haven't you?
What we do on United Stand is we try and bring in the knowledgeable people, the journalists. And like Beth said then with Ben Jacobs, I had Mark Ogden on the other week as well. We had Jamie Jackson on from The Guardian the other day. And one thing Mark said, which always reigns with me in terms of like the British government and the trade deals that they've got. They've got 2 trade deals with Qatar. There's no way that they would turn the Qataris down in only in a football club. There's not a cat in hell's chance that would happen. Everything is in place right now.
Do you remember when there was
crossing
pictures
T's
at
and
the
dotting
cricket
I's?
before? They were at the Qatar cricket like last year, even before it was announced that they were going to sell. Like,
don't forget this as well. The economical benefit that this will have for the surrounding of Old Trafford. Because we just, and I appreciate players, football, but as someone who lives near the stadium, I actually want to see the benefits of this transaction across my whole city.
Yeah.
I want to see less cones because I'm sick and tired of roadworks. I hate roadworks.
You think Qatar are going to come in and sort out
roadworks outside Old Trafford annoy me so much. Honestly, I want more accessible car parks. I want better facilities around the stadium for children. Yes, we get a lot of tourists, so I want better things to show off our heritage, our club, our city for the millions of people that come to Manchester to see the biggest club in the world. And I want to see a surge of employment for the people who live in and around Old Trafford as well. All of these things are important to me because I'm a resident here. Not just for football, but for everything else. Look at our neighbours, look at what they've done. They've shifted over the academy right across, and you go over a bridge and things like that. And it's jealous to see. I feel jealous to see that they have that and we don't. I want to be able to see, like the Qataris come in and literally take over this place. The women's football, the youth football. I remember last season I was going to under-21 Man United versus Leicester, and on my way there I got called, by someone saying, "Faz, we're not playing." I said, "Why not?" I said, the pitch is flooded. I said, the great Manchester United academy team cannot play a game because the pitch is flooded. I felt embarrassed. How? And these are not the problems we should be facing anymore. So, I hope with no disrespect, they can change the menu in Old Trafford.
There's nothing wrong with them chicken balti pies.
Except for that.
Oh my God, they are.
Chicken balti pies, the best thing on that menu. But I'm telling you now, they need to get a little deep fat fryer station. Get some chips on the go. Why is there no chips?
I remember City versus United. And at half-time, obviously, I'm feeling a bit dizzy after the slapping that we got. And they've got cheesy chips and chili chips and whatnot.
I went to watch the weekend, didn't I? The Etihad. I couldn't believe all the different food stalls they had. I was like, I'm eating cardboard hot dogs every week. And,
yeah, them hot dogs are appalling.
Yeah,
absolutely appalling.
Cardboard
and the car park as well.
Yeah.
The car park, I'm with you on that. I've bumped my car twice now, and I want reimbursed.
That's not because of the car park.
That's oopsie.
Shares in Manchester United were halted due to them rising so quickly due to Reuters' recent report. However, they have reported now being reopened again, about 10% up. Wow, that's in the last hour. That is absolutely mental. But Reuters are all over this. They're saying that there is exclusivity. You know I struggle with that word. With Sheikh Jassim's bid and his consortium right now. That's where they're going with everything. Everything that I'm reading right now, guys, is leading down the road of Qatari takeover under Sheikh Jassim. That's where it's going. It wasn't just a flash in the pan statement that we put out on our Twitter feed. Things are moving very quickly. And like I said, no smoke without fire. I'm just going to read a couple of super chats before I come to you, Ginge, there. It says, United Star need to consider becoming a 24-hour news channel with all this kicking off. Any of you up for a night shift? Sort of subject. No! Definitely not. Voice in my ear.
Ginge might be.
Give me a couple of cans of Monster.
Development. Fazzy's talking Dreamland there.
We need to start the 6 a.m, 10 a.m. morning
yeah,
show.
this is it. Fazzy's talking Dreamland, but it's reality, really, with the Qataris. They can do that. I've got to ask you though, you're a match goer, stadium-wise, Ginge. It's a tough one for all United
fans. It is a tough one because every time I sit in the same seat every game, and as soon as you walk up them stairs and you just look at the stadium, it just fills you with just joy. Just seeing the Stretford end, just looking at everyone around you, and the pitch. I've had the pleasure of actually playing on it, and it's absolutely unbelievable.
Are you sure? Because Garnacho and everyone keeps slipping.
Well, they're not as good as me, are they?
What a pitch.
But yeah, it's an interesting one. I hear a lot of people saying there's a lot of stadium leaks and stuff needs upgrading, but I wouldn't do a Tottenham where you go and spend God knows how much on a brand new stadium, because that stadium we've got now is historic. It's got moments there, moments that will never be forgotten for loads of people. And I think it's just maybe switch a few things up. Change the chair so I'm not sat on plastic every game. Get a little cushion on there, do you know what I mean?
You've got to pay exact prices for that.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I don't think we should make a new stadium. I think we should maybe make tweaks, make upgrades, make it look as if it's been refurbished, but keep the history within the stadium.
I just want to say quickly on that engineering has come leaps and bounds in the last decade, right? You could turn the current stadium something monstrous whilst keeping the heritage as well. And what's to say the Qataris don't come in and work with the council to see if they can buy out everything around it? You know, the container storage area.
They already own that space.
Yeah, so they could. Siri doesn't understand it, but I'll explain. If they could make another stadium there and have the academy and women's play in the in the current stadium, or whichever way.
Where do we play though while that's happening?
We'll figure it out. When there's a will, there's a way, right? You have the Qataris. That's the most important thing.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You just need to.
This is not Sims.
Let's see some blueprints. Let's see an actual future for Manchester United where everyone is on one campus. That's what needs to happen. Maybe a big shopping mall, something like that, just to wind the Glazers up, to say them off. Like, we bought the club and put a shopping mall in where you made your billions, the so-called billions, to put that up there. Pretty much like West Ham, that they've got there outside their new stadium. It's just set up, everything is there. So it can mingle and just be in normal day life and have a match day life.
You can go out in and out, can't you?
Yeah.
And don't forget, did you remember when Sheikh Mansouri, I think he paid for some of the fans' tickets as well in one of the Champions League games as well. And
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So these people from that side of the world, they have so much money that it's not about making money for them. It's actually about showing appreciation. That's the word. And imagine what the Qataris can do. I don't actually think it's absurd to think the Qataris could put 80,000 soft seats. They could. Yeah, because they have the money. It doesn't scratch their pockets at all. So it's not actually unrealistic and in a dream world. We could have seats where you can put the earplugs in and you get translation of commentary in 7 different languages. Anything could happen.
An actual screen would be nice.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
mate.
sick of that woman on VAR. The thing is, she's about 10 minutes late to all the decisions.
Yeah.
She's so bad at her job. It's the easiest job in the world.
Oh,
and
give her a
she's so
break.
bad at it. No, I can't give her a break because it annoys me. She's saying a red card check as Casemiro's walking down the tunnel. He's been sent off.
Yeah, that's it. Decision, red card.
A bit of Wi-Fi would be nice as well.
We've got
there's
Wi-Fi
no-
now.
No, we don't.
We do.
What,
Not
at Old
putting stuff
Trafford?
on it.
Yeah, you're not hooked up to it yet.
No.
It's fast as well.
Is it actually?
No, we have Wi-Fi in our normal seats.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't
There
know
is.
that.
Yeah.
It's just come in after the Wolves game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So super chats again. Who's with me? If we get Mbappe, I will personally fly Russia. We will try harder next time. Marcus to PSG. I don't
Marcus
know about
Rashford.
that.
Oh, Marcus ain't going nowhere. We'll clear that up.
We want them both
Clear that
together.
right
That's
up.
what
Yeah,
we
we
want.
do. Build a new stadium, turn Old Trafford into a United experience with job opportunities for the area. Guys, I'm going to put a poll in right now. Redevelop Old Trafford, build a new stadium.
No.
Simple poll,
What's your-
guys.
what's
Get
your
voting
stance
on
on
it.
it?
You're not building a new stadium.
I'm like, I looked at the design, and everyone's seen that little video of the 3 designs, haven't they? I actually did like the Old Trafford makeover one a lot. I did. But then that new stadium came up, I was like, oh, that looked nice. But I'm a season ticket holder, gone decades now, so I've got that sort of. It's nostalgia. It's what it is.
Got a panel
It's
full of
that feel.
season ticket holders, huh?
It is, and people don't like coming to Old Trafford. We've just made this place a fortress again, and we can make it even more intimidating.
Exactly.
The problem I've got is it's like you do need to make it more comfortable. I'm 6'4", and my knees
no
are in
leg
the back
room.
of the guy's head in
Yeah,
front of me
exactly.
every single game. But you move it, then you lose capacity. So we have to figure out a way. And like Faz says, the engineering side of things has to really kick into that. There is a plan where they can go over the railway. I've seen that plan. There's like a platform and a walkway, which is like a constant bridge over the top of it. And the self-stand goes up. If we built the self-stand like we did the North and join all the quadrants together, we are pretty much near 100,000, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I would, again, no disrespect, but I couldn't give a toss about this railway because the trains are never running. Northern Rail and whoever it is
Unless
in charge.
we're doing a video outside Old Trafford, that's when they're running, when the noise gets in the way.
Yeah,
of
they're
the
horrible.
video.
There's no trains at all, so I don't know why they're so bothered about these little train tracks. Just get rid of them. Go somewhere else. Go make the train track somewhere else. Go through Man City's ground.
To be honest, obviously I'm not an architect, but I don't see how they put screens and everything in that place when it's already so squished. I love Old Trafford because of how close the
No,
pitch
just
you
replace
are.
the ones they've got now. Just make so we've got them little boards now,
Yeah,
haven't
but
we?
they're too
Yeah, exactly. So
small.
replace them, just make them a bit wider.
Yeah, but but then you're blocking out people's views.
No, listen. Have you seen Pimp My Ride? You know what they can do in a car. Imagine in a stadium. Listen, engineering. This is not our field. Let's stick to 4-3-3.
We've got another killjoy. Another killjoy. Simon Stone has come in basically to
chill
try
out,
and
Simon.
ruin the show. Reunited ownership. No exclusivity granted. Told talks continue with multiple parties. That's from Simon Stone's source. We have to look at everyone, but. Doing a great job, guys. Hope you are online for the breaking news on the sale. Mark would be raging he missed it, says Paul O'Brien. I don't think it is going to be official today, personally, going off what's happening. I'm just going to get some feedback on this stadium build, actually, now. Build a new one, FFS. I can't say it out, but it costs more to refurbish it costs more to refurbish this one now than build a new one, plus times. And United need to stop clinging onto the old. New times, new stadium. I understand that we can't cling on to the past and all of that, but I mean, Old Trafford, like it's the worst stadium in the world, is it? It's like I said, it's that intimidating factor. And I would hate. I was talking about West Ham. What was good about West Ham was the outside and the way it is. Inside, they sort of lost that intimidation factor. It's like a trip.
Dead. It's dead.
It's a trip out to Wembley sort of feel when you go to West Ham. That's how it feels
I
now.
can't believe they've got a racetrack
When
going
you've got a
around them.
racetrack, I'd hate
It's embarrassing, that.
I would hate that so much.
It puts you an extra like 100 metres away from the game and all. Some of the seats at West Ham Stadium, you might as well just watch at home.
I don't get why they didn't remove the racetrack and bring more seats in.
I know. Do they even use the racetrack? I don't see Declan Rice going after a game, do you? No. Quick forward, do you know what I mean?
Man United trading has been halted. This could be due to a possible announcement. Lloyd Jones, and with another super chat, says the train tracks are for industrial chemicals, which is why there's such an issue relocating them. I think I was
couldn't
actually
care less,
jumping
mate.
the gun
I couldn't
there.
care less.
I was
And
thinking, so Jim
especially,
had something to do with the chemicals.
especially if they're to do with Ineos, mate, they can do one.
Yeah, that's it. Go Man United. Red pants are on. do you want to know how the poll's going?
Yes, please.
4,000 votes. Build a new
Ooh.
stadium. 30%.
Oh,
70% say keep
God.
and redevelop Old
God.
Trafford.
Okay.
People know what they're talking about.
That's it. Yes.
Would you like
deal
if,
so I can buy my
wouldn't
kit? Super chat.
would you like if Old Trafford was starting to host like events and stuff?
Boxing would be
Oh,
great.
I'd
Old
like it.
Trafford.
I'd like that.
You'd like that?
Depends what events though.
I'm bloody sick of going to the Etihad every time. I don't like it.
Soccer Aid was alright.
They're building something next door as well.
Take that concert. I'd go to that. What's wrong with that?
Tonight concert.
No, take that.
Oh,
See that concert. We do. I can't remember the last person to perform at Old Trafford. Was it Bon Jovi?
They don't. They do the Etihad every time. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it was Bon Jovi there. I'm just checking through news. Update from Ben Jacobs. Firm denials from those close to Manchester United say that any group will be granted exclusivity, despite reports 92 Foundation are negotiating for it. As exclusivity revealed last week, neither 92 Foundation or Ineos are expected to be given any exclusivity. Like you were saying, Beth, with your interview with Ben, it is basically winner just takes all. Now no one is going to get that treatment. And that's where we're at with that. I think we're coming to the end of the show soon. I'm pretty certain there's not much more that's going to come out now. We got the hopes up. We brought them down a bit. We settled. We are going for another 20 minutes, I've just been told. So we're settling in again. Getting comfy. Anyway, we've got to talk more on...
extra time.
No, what realistic slant of this whole video was the transfer side of things, and we'll move back to that now. We'll keep bringing you updates, guys, of everything that's going on, and we will change tacks if news comes up of the takeover and what's going on. But the goalkeeper situation, Manchester United, if they cannot get a striker, and we've got two goalkeeping experts here today, one for and one against in Ginge and Beth, but if we didn't get a striker, we're all in for a goalkeeper. Ginge, I'll come to you first. Do we need to be spending that money?
No, I don't think we do. I think if you look at the team, there's other places you can upgrade before we get to David De Gea.
Striker.
It's shaking her head, but I'm right. You don't get 17 clean sheets and a golden glove. No, I'm sorry.
You're not right.
You know what I mean? You're David Ray, right? Yeah.
No. I'd rather Diogo Costa. No,
Diogo
anyone
Costa,
that can kick
interesting.
a ball.
All right,
to be honest.
Ginge, if De Gea was going, who would you bring in as a goal? Who do you like as a goalkeeper?
Well, I said David Raya last time, and then
I do like him.
Yeah, I do like him as well. I think he's strong, and I think Onana as well. I said it when I was at Ajax before he got done, and then for some reason totally forgot about him. But Onana is a very good goalkeeper. But
And you said the Leeds goalkeeper.
yeah, chill out.
But do you not think?
I remember.
Can I just ask you a question? Do you not think watching you watch the Champions League final?
Yeah.
Do you not think watching that it showed how important that type of goalkeeper is?
Oh yeah, of course it's important. It's the most important position on the pitch, I think.
He was playing
then
holding
why-
midfielder at one point, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, but the thing
And then
is,
the FA
just
Cup
because
final against City, we couldn't play it out from the back at all.
yeah, no, I agree with that. But just because you get a goalkeeper that can kick a ball a bit better than De Gea, doesn't mean you're going to then go on and win games. They
not
still
what
lost the
all-
game.
That's not what it is, though. And it's like even Edison in the last minute of the game coming in, taking that high claim
Right,
to take
but
pressure off into Milan.
Don't compare David De Gea to Edison.
Please,
Edison's the most overrated goalkeeper in the Prem.
Please,
I'm sorry.
don't tell me you're about to say De Gea is better than Edison.
He is so better.
There
He's
we
so
go,
much better.
That's it. We have found someone
He's
to
so much
counteract
better.
Beth.
Oh, God, I
Faz turns
can't
away, he
cope.
doesn't want any of it.
He is. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. David
you
De Gea.
think-
No,
you
sorry.
God
David De
help me,
Gea
God
actually
help me.
makes saves. Edison, right.
God
He's been a
help
bit
me.
shaky at the minute.
Edison's
Dave.
made some brilliant saves.
Oh, he's
this season.
overrated.
Please, let me ask you this question. Is Pep Guardiola the
can't
best manager in the world?
What?
Is Pep Guardiola the best manager in the world right now?
No, Eric Ten Hag is.
Right, okay. Is he the best coach in the world?
No, Eric Ten Hag is.
Right, apart from Eric Ten Hag, who's the best coach in the world?
I'm bad.
Ancelotti.
I can't go with you.
Well, to be honest though, going back to the Edison shout, it was a game of two halves for him because he cost City the game in the
Exactly,
first half.
exactly.
And then he basically won it for him in the second half.
Ortega is better than De Gea.
Right.
I'll take
I'm not going to comment
Listen,
on that one.
you have to.
That's a
I don't
shot.
know. David De Gea has a golden glove. Whether you.
You
like
were just saying
Wait.
Yeah, but the way I look at it, the way I look at it, right?
Oh, gee, Lord have mercy. I
We
see
were just saying, it's time, guys. It's time. We need to get a new keeper.
Wait. Breathe. I'm not your enemy. I support the same club.
Bring the knives out.
David De Gea has won a golden glove, but it is true that the way we want to play next season, we must improve. We can't be the same.
Absolutely. And
Right?
I'm not saying
So
it's all on
he's
the
right,
goalkeeper.
but you are also right. We must improve. Can David De Gea add to his, Arsenal? No, he can't. He's shown odd games where he passes, but odd games is not good. Good is not good enough.
Not even just the passing though. It's like
not good enough.
he's the worst keeper in the league off crosses into the box.
Let's not get bogged down with the
Corners.
nitty-gritty
I
here.
can't have David De Gea and worst keeper in the league in the same sentence. I can't have that one.
Think
think
about how
that-
many goals or chances we concede of corners and set
No,
pieces.
I agree with that. He's not the strongest in the air, and I agree with that.
He's
And
the
I
worst in
understand
the league
that.
in the air.
Okay.
But the way Onana in the final was catching crosses and almost dictating from a central kind of defensive midfield position, you look at that and you think, how can we play like this? Because actually, Inter Milan could have won that game 3-1. They could have actually won that game
could have.
3-1.
They could have. Cheers,
If
Lukaku.
only Lukaku did a bit more yoga or stretching. I don't know what he needs to do, but they could have. And you think, could David De Gea help us do this if we do get a striker? At the end of the day, one's not more important than the other. It is all important because it's the spine.
Yeah.
It doesn't work if everything's not functioning properly. You can't have a world-class goalkeeper, like whoever you think, and no striker. You're still going to be in the same situation.
Exactly.
It's the second most important position this summer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
Striker's the most.
it is very important.
Actually, yeah.
I think it is
Okay, I'm
very
going to bring
important.
something else up in a minute then, but...
Adam thought, how do we get 20 more minutes out of this? I'll throw the goalkeeper debate in there.
yeah, that's it. It's an easy
But the
one, isn't it?
Edison one is
But-
crazy.
Ben
No, I've
Jacobs
just never been a fan. I
Ben
think he's
Jacobs has just he's
biased.
basically just confirmed that nothing's going to happen this week.
Oh,
Don't expect any
brilliant.
announcement this week. He says anything official or public form of announcement is what Ben Jacobs is saying. That's what he's been told. So it could be another week. We were talking at the start of the show like it was going to be their week. Ginger's deluded from one of the members, but we'll carry on.
They don't get the joke, do they?
No, but honestly, it is what it is. There's another poll up right now. De Gea in or De Gea out?
How can you
It was
be
50-50
the worst
last time.
keeper but win a golden glove?
I know, it makes
doesn't
no
make
sense.
sense.
I understand.
I'm not,
You're
I didn't say
debating
he's the,
argument.
I did
I know,
not
I
say
know,
he's
I
the
know you
worst
didn't.
keeper.
I
I
know
said
you
he's the
didn't.
worst of crosses.
I know.
I understand why people want to upgrade, but I just think, are Manchester United in the position where De Gea is costing them everything, that they don't need to upgrade the squad, they need to upgrade the keeper. I think you upgrade the squad, everything around them, and then if next season you need to upgrade the keeper, that's when you do it. I don't think we're in a position where we upgrade the keeper now and then things are going to change.
It'll make us play a lot
But
better.
I want to,
Yeah,
I
but we
want to
still need a
also
striker.
add another kind of
Yeah, but
spice to
after
all
a
this.
strike, we're not just going to buy one player this summer.
But I want to, hold on, let me add a bit of spice to this, because do you remember when our goal difference was 0?
Yeah.
And how many chances did the forward players miss?
Oh, that's
100%.
So,
I
I'm not against you, by the way, before you
100%.
strangle me.
No, I get that. I've already.
No, I
we
said
need-
this.
we
I
need
said
additions
all
on the
season,
pitch.
to back Faz up, all season, the defence has carried the forward line.
Yeah,
It's only
100%.
Marcus Rashford. The defence has been awesome. There's 2 games I can think off the top of my head, which was Nottingham Forest away and Wolves at home. De Gea didn't have a save to make. And they both went towards his golden glove. So the
what I
defence,
need.
and Ten Hag backed this up in a press conference. We asked him a question about De Gea and his record, and he says it's not just De Gea. The defence, how the defence has played this season is why we've got the golden glove. So yes, that is to... yeah, so you've got to look at it that way as well. The defence has performed miles better this season, and De Gea is part of the defence, but honestly,
He's also
I do
performed
feel like
consistently.
he's had less saves to make, because you
Yeah,
look
no, I
at the
agree with
save
that.
count,
I agree with
he
that.
had
But I just
less.
think De Gea pulls off saves no other goalkeeper
Physics
can
different,
make.
yeah.
Can I make an argument on here?
Of course you can.
My argument is, because you know I've looked into this. He's a brilliant shot stopper,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Before
but
you make
this,
that argument, do you want to know what the poll is?
No, I want to say. I want to say what I want to say.
You want to get it out quick
I
before
want
you
to
get
say.
the poll
I want to
result.
say. Right. Yes, he's a brilliant shot stopper, but the literal stats are that he's not better than top goalkeepers. He's not. Diogo Costa and Onana both have a better save rate.
You
than
can't
De Gea.
compare them, I'm
but
sorry.
also, Yeah, but
One's playing in Liga NOS.
David Raya has a better save.
Okay, you can come here. I don't mind
And
that.
then, so you look at that, and also, but he's a brilliant shot stopper. There's no taking that away from him, absolutely. But you look at finals that we've been in, and big games that we've been in. Sevilla in the Europa League, he cost us.
But so did Tanag.
But
so did Tanag.
Yeah, but come on, when he tried to do that bloody touch and it went past.
Yeah, but in fairness to Gahey with that one, game was already gone.
Yeah, but because he put us under pressure way early on with that first goal.
Is that De Gea's fault, that one?
He's cost us.
Between him and Maguire.
The FA Cup final against City, he cost us. That Gundogan shot never should have gone in, ever.
Which one? Second.
The second
I was going to say the first one.
It was ridiculous. Europa League final back in the day when all he had to do was score a
make an
penalty
argument for
and
the
at least
second?
save one of them. He cost us in big games. He's a liability. We couldn't get a kick against City because we couldn't play it out from the back. We just had to keep kicking it to them.
What about Brighton
Bring it to
semi-final?
us. Pardon?
Brighton semi-final.
Yeah, he won us that game.
How did? Well, he did. Do you know what he did? He did well in that. But I'm talking about finals here. I'm talking.
Well, yeah,
about
but we
big
wouldn't have got to the
opportunities.
final if he hadn't done that
Right,
against
okay.
Brighton.
It was a great. He made some great saves. It wasn't a world class performance. He didn't save.
Leicester at home.
He didn't save a penalty.
Leicester at home
Leicester at home when?
this season.
We should have been 2-0 down in 15 minutes. He's pulled off the Iheanacho header.
I expect my keeper to make saves and
Not them
Antonio
saves,
West.
not them
A lot
saves.
of
Antonio,
A lot of
remember?
teams-
So,
1v1.
over the course of the
what
season.
do you say then
over
to the likes of Keane and Neville, who both say De Gea needs to go now?
and Carragher.
What do I say to them?
Yeah.
Well,
What do
nothing,
you
because
say?
they obviously played the game and I've got all due respect to
Played the
them.
game.
So I've just no comment on that. Obviously, they probably know more than I'm talking about, but I just think De Gea, look, I'm a fanboy for him, so I'm going to be biased no matter what. I find it hard to speak bad words. So ultimately, my opinion, if you want to say it's invalid, it's not fair. But
All opinions are valid, mate.
Yeah, they
well,
are all.
but my point is, I think.
Why you got your fingers crossed? What, you lying?
You open the
that
polls.
ball to come
Yeah, wait for the poll. No, I just
Wait
think
for the
for
comments
everything
in a
he's done
minute.
for the club, I think everyone's going to make mistakes. It's just everyone's human. Everyone's going to make mistakes.
Every
Goalkeeper
keeper-
can't make
every
that mistakes
keeper.
that often.
It's
mistakes
football.
feel
Yeah,
like-
but Courtois and Alisson made mistakes in the same game, and they're some of the best keepers in the world.
I'm just telling you,
Okay.
with De Gea in goal, we're never going to be able to get past that final stage to go and win
on this,
big titles.
On this, and you would back this up as well, there's only one man you love more than David De Gea, and that's Ten Hag. And if he replaces him, you will accept that decision.
I will accept what Ten Hag does. Yeah.
Let's get to the poll. Where we at? It is different from last week. See, a week changes a lot, even though there's been no game. It's just you arguing against Ninja and who's won the battle.
Let me guess.
Ninja's won.
Yeah.
Ginger's won, sorry, not Ninja.
Oh,
Keep
it's
calling
Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah.
What percentage?
That's not too
56.
bad.
56. Oh, that's 6 more than last week.
6 it was, yeah. Ginger's the winner.
That's not too bad though. That's better
Yeah.
than what it used to be.
Yeah, you're having a
The
nosy
FA Cup
there.
final would have changed that one. Oh yeah, back to that goal. Look, I'm a goalkeeper myself, so I understand what's gone on there. I'm not saying I'm Premier League level. Let's just clear that very up. First of all, I look at that from a goalkeeper point of view, and I go, "There's 10 other players on that pitch. Why is he stood there free? Why has he not been man marked?" Right?
100%.
That's the first one. Yeah. The second one. He's hit it, first time I think it was, or maybe took a touch, then it bobbled and hit it, right? He's got, I think, 4 people in front of him. He can't see that ball. He does not know where that ball's going. So what he has to do is guess. Is it going right? Is it going at me? He has to dive anyway. As he dives, it's then a split second. His wrist is already there. It's a split second to go like that to block it. He doesn't manage to do that. It hits his wrist and then goes in. So that would be my defence for that goal. If I'm De Gea, obviously I'm disappointed I didn't save it. 275 grand a week. But that's my defence for that goal.
It
I
just
just-
seems to happen
just
in
say
a lot
something.
of
That
big
one,
games.
which goal was that one?
The
sorry?
second one.
It just seems to happen. It just seems to happen.
But let me
in a
say-
lot of
let me
games.
say one thing.
It's just like
Let me say
the
one
West
thing.
Ham goal.
You know,
I blamed him for that.
the
West Ham away,
goalkeeper,
that was De Gea.
the
You should have
goalkeeper,
saved that as well.
the goalkeeper is your last resort.
Yeah.
That's the guy who saves, right? That's the word save.
Spotlight's on you.
Everybody else is supposed to do their job. When a goalkeeper does make a save, the players go up to the goalkeeper and say, "Mate, you saved me there. I messed up. I should have tackled. I
Yeah,
should have maybe done something. You saved me." When a goalkeeper makes a mistake, everybody thinks he's made the mistake. But if you trace the steps back, someone somewhere lost the ball. Somewhere. I'm just.
I agree. I know I'm saying I agree.
I've most
I just feel
scrutinised
scared.
position.
I don't even want to sit next to you. Just the heat I'm getting from your eyes is too much. So David De Gea, over the course of last 4 seasons, I think he's won 5 seasons. He's won Good Few Player of the Years. He's had a Golden Glove. He's very well established, right? But that's coming back, as in the ball coming at you. the ball going forward, he has to play a part. He does.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not,
Okay.
he has to. Whether that means grabbing the ball from a corner, starting a counter-attack. Whether that means receiving a back pass and then carrying the ball forward and then finding a full-back with a good pass, finding an
never gonna
attacker.
happen, though.
And that's why we need a new keeper. Because going backward, we can save. Because we got Martinez, we got Malacia, Dallo, we got Bissaka. But going forward, we need to score as well. David De Gea sometimes has put ball through to, let's say, Jadon Sancho or Rashford, and you think, these guys don't jump. That could have been a good, successful pass. They could have jumped. Rashford doesn't jump. Weghorst doesn't jump. And he's the tallest player in the pitch in between two teams. Doesn't jump. So it's a mixture.
I've got more news updates for Fabrizio Romano on our topic, actually. Inter have not received an approach or a bid from Manchester United for Andre and Nana as things stand. Eric Ten Hag knows Nana very well, but Man United's decision on budget for a goalkeeper will be based on De Gea's future, whose contract runs out in 15 days.
Please don't sign.
Super chat in from Sean Thornton. He has got a retro Roy Keane picture, so you may understand why this comment is so sarcastic. Let's get Januzaj back if we're rewarding great past performers. I think that's aimed at It's a shout, isn't it? But yeah, you gotta love the comments. United sale, similar to the sale of WWE publicly traded company. I've just turned that off. Oh, sorry about that. I've just lost that one. By me being heavy-handed. I will find that again. I'll read the others. Don't know if I've missed Ginge saying Glazers. Yeah, go on. Let's hear it.
I'll hear it when it's announced. That's when you'll hear
what
it.
I was hoping you were going to say. Let's not count our chickens, as Faz said.
No, I didn't say that. He
created
said
most
that.
chances in the league last season. No one aside from Rasha put them in with any consistency. Goalkeeper can't be the priority. That's another argument, which I think we said. The defence won us third, and I think got us that trophy. They were the best before. When anyone talks about the most important players, defensive midfield, Casemiro, Martinez, Luke Shaw, they're all in the mix, aren't they, for our best performers. In the forward line, I think Rashford, that's it. Yeah. Bruno would have been off the scale in terms of assists if we had someone who could put the ball in the back of
He's created the most chances in the league, didn't he?
That's why striker's most important. For
It
sure.
is.
I
agree.
But at the same time, like, me saying we need a new keeper isn't me saying we don't need a striker. Of course we do. It's my main priority. But I'm saying you need to look at all areas of the pitch, and like Neville, Keane, Carragher all said, Man United's spine is the most important. We need a striker, we need a midfielder, and we need a goalkeeper. And that's it's as simple as it is. I could say it until I go on and on, but there's no way on earth that De Gea would start for Pep Guardiola. Not a chance. And do they play the best football? Are they winning the treble? Are they winning the best titles in football? Yeah, because they play the best type of football. I mean, look at De Zerbi changed Sanchez to Steele, because Steele can play really well out from the back. And look how much better they got.
It is true.
And everyone was saying Sanchez was a great goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. Yes. But Steele's brilliant at the way they want to play, and that's the difference. And Pep said they're most influential in Europe.
Sanchez is ahead of De Gea in the leading pecking order for Spain.
I like people give credit to the defence that, oh yeah, David De Gea has the clean sheets for the defence, but let's be honest, as people say David is doing his job, he's been a keeper, the defence is doing their job.
Exactly.
They're supposed to defend and make sure David De Gea has an easy day.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's how football is.
That's the thing with goalkeeping, it's the most scrutinised position on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like, you could have an attacker that misses 4 easy chances but scores one of them, we win the game 1-0, he's the hero. If you have a goalkeeper that makes off 4 worldy saves but has a De Gea moment, makes an error, then he's going to get absolutely pelted. And that's just the difference between the positions.
You can pick and choose, and agendas can be built in any way. It's like Steele, like someone just said in the comments, then he shipped 5 against Everton, who couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo until that game. So,
but De Gea shipped 7 against Liverpool.
This is it. No, it's like,
yeah, but so
you can't blame De Gea for the 7.
No, I'm not doing. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You can't blame Steele for that. That's what I'm trying to say.
At the end of the day, what you look at, it's like what have Roy Keane, Gary Neville, you've got, apart from Carragher, you've got trophy winners who know what it takes to win a league, and they know what they had behind them, which is the best in the business. When they won their trophies and won the major rounds at United, they had the best that there was, in my opinion.
I don't think, by the way, this is a misconception, I don't think De Gea is a bad keeper. I think he's a great shot stopper. And I used to love De Gea in the Moyes and the Van Gaal era. Like, I loved him. I thought he was brilliant. And he was one of our best players then, if not one of them.
Smaller than Jones in front of him, so he had loads to do.
No, but he was
always switched on.
He was brilliant, and he saved us so many times, but it's going with the times. We're in the modern era, whereas if we stay stuck with a keeper that can't do what's necessary, we won't get to that top level, and that's all I'm wanting.
Guys,
just quickly, I'm happy
go on,
to
before
I'm
we
happy
finish up,
for
mate.
David De Gea to sign the contract. I am. But not to be the #1 keeper. And I'm not unhappy to pay
won't
David
do
De Gea.
that.
No, I'm not unhappy to pay David De Gea 250, whatever it is a week, because
Might be
he's
why
a...
he's not
choice.
signed.
No,
He
hold
won't.
on. Anthony Martial made how much money week in, week out to score 9 Premier League goals in 3 years? And it's not that, one wrong makes another one right makes another one. It's not that, but David De Gea could pass on abundance of knowledge to the next keeper, and that is something you cannot miss out on. I know the new keeper will come, and guess what? The new keeper will be fantastic at stopping crosses and passing, but he will make a ton of mistakes.
will.
And I would love David De Gea to stay in this club to give that next keeper a kind of cushion and to soak up all the information from someone who has done an amazing amount of achievement with this club, from obviously the greatest manager of all time since then to now, to winning a Golden Glove before he steps back from the #1 position. So I actually want David to stay, but not as #1.
Yeah, we don't set up to play out from the back like City do, Beth.
Yeah,
Our
because we don't have-
full-backs are way too narrow to allow us to stretch the opposition players.
Can I just throw another goalkeeper in there as well? I think Jordan Pickford, I know we've already been rumoured, I've said it for months, I think. One of the things when you come to United to be the #1 is the pressure. And I think because he's England's #1, he won't mind the pressure. I think he's a very good goalkeeper.
You're not telling me we should sign Pickford, are you?
Well, you want a new keeper?
Oh, please, no.
No, I'm not saying we should sign
am
Pickford. I'm just saying he's a good goalkeeper.
Cutting it, guys. James, cheers for coming on. Faz, it's been a ball as always. Beth, cheers for your on points today. Guys, that is it. Cheers for watching, everybody. It's been a long, extended show. We did have breaking news earlier on, and do stay tuned for anything else breaking regarding the takeover. We thought it might have been getting closer today. It's been shut down a little bit, but taking from this video, and what you need to know is that everything is in place for this takeover to happen. It may be next week though now. That's the noise we're hearing. I hope I'm wrong and something happens tomorrow, but we'll see. It's happening. Just when. That's it. Cheers for watching, everyone. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. We are out of here. We'll see you later tonight.